used to.
Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of 410 Sports Talk. James Haskell, Glenn Martin, DK, Week 3, Take 2. We are excited to talk about the Baltimore Ravens-Detroit Lions matchup. Really excited about a primetime game on a Monday night. Ravens are going to be wearing all black, which I think will be exciting, and I'm sure those that are going to the game are going to have a spectacle. I'm expecting a halftime concert of some sort.
Good Charlotte.
Oh, is it Good Charlotte? Let's
Good
go.
Charlotte.
Oh, man. Dude, they always bring it back, don't they?
Yeah, and they got the light up wristbands for everybody.
No,
it's going to be a
bad
show
for Detroit. Let's go. But no, really excited about this. We're going to get into it, tell you guys what to expect, what to look out for, injury updates and things like that. So let's jump right in, Glenn, and talk about our injuries. I know that's something that is on the front of everybody's mind. So let's talk about it.
No doubt. What's going on, Malik? What's going on, CJ? Travis, appreciate you guys jumping in here and joining us. Yeah, let's see that injury report, DK. Let's see what we have here, because this week's not looking great. It's looking a little scary. I didn't hit it twice there. I didn't hit it there, DK. I won't take the blame. Okay, there we go. All right. Travis will be in section 100. Wow, there's some good seat. What's going on, Mosique? Appreciate you picking the double-digit dub is his prediction. What's going on, Kevin? Yeah, but as you guys can see on the screen here, the Ravens have quite a few key contributors listed as either part-time participants this week in practice or none at all. So we'll start with the bad news, and then we'll end with, at least on the high note, Nnamdi Madubuike missed both Thursday and Friday's practice with a neck injury, putting serious doubt that he's going to be playing Monday night. And the same can be said with Kyle Van Noy, although we kind of expected Kyle Van Noy. We know he had the hamstring injury and was expected to miss some time. But I don't think most people knew about Nnamdi Madubuike, and continuing to miss practice with no hope or end in sight of this injury issue is Pat Ricard with the calf injury continues to be sidelined with no real updates. Now, good news, yesterday, Nate Wiggins was missing in practice with a groin injury he sustained during the celebration after the interception, which was frustrating to see, but then returned today in limited fashion. And look, we're going to need him. This is a loaded team when it comes to offensive weapons, and we're going to need all the healthy DBs we can get. But also in good news, tight end Isaiah Likely not only participated yesterday, but also today in limited fashion as he returns from the foot injury. And what's cool about that is he did an interview. He did an interview talking about how excited he is to be back. So we can go ahead and read into the fact that he is definitely going to be playing this Monday night. I mean, I doubt they put a microphone in front of him if he wasn't. So he's going to be back out there. And also in good news, Marlon Humphrey, dealing with a groin injury, participated in full at practice today. And boy, are we going to need him dealing with, again, this litany of weapons that they're going to be bringing out there. But Jimbo, what's your concern level knowing that we're losing not just the leading sack getter from last year in Kyle Van Noy, but also our $100 million D tackle who's playing his ass off and pushing the pocket from the inside? Are you concerned we're missing both those guys this week?
Yeah, big time. I mean, that's definitely going to be a big deal. And, I think Madubuike he's a great player. It hurts any week, but certainly this one, when you're playing a guy like Jared Goff, who's not particularly mobile and really is impacted in any statistical category by interior pressure, it's really going to be tough out there without seeing 92 running down Jared Goff. So that's a real bummer.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that's the weakness of the offensive line of the Lions is their interior, and it sure be nice to have Madubuike in there testing those guys. Now, to all those who were hopeful to see a potential, first action for Keaton Mitchell this week, I don't think it's going to happen. Looks like Rasheen Ali is recovering nicely from the concussion, and expectations are that he's going to play. Therefore, Keaton will continue to be inactive. But on the Lions side of things, leading tackler Jack Campbell returned to practice today in limited fashion. Looks like he's going to play. Marcus Davenport, their edge opposite their stud Hutchinson, did not participate either day and looks like he's in serious doubt with a chest injury. Taylor Decker, their star left tackle, well, I don't know about star. Maybe that's too big of a word here, but he's back at practice today after missing yesterday with a shoulder. And then everyone else on the screen here, Kirby Joseph, who, man, you better have your head on a swivel if you're a pass catcher around that guy, and your knee as well, because he'll take that out as well. It looks like he's going to be out there. So definitely watch out for that guy when you're catching a pass anywhere near the middle of the field.
Yeah, it's It's going to be look, injuries at this point, Glenn, are a part of everybody's equation every Sunday. It's about next man up, of course, everyone talks about, but I think it's also about properly the coaches scheming their team as it shifts every week into highlighting the players that are healthy and available and trying to make guys that aren't Justin Madubuike do things that only Justin can do, right? So as the season goes on, of course, we'll hope for continued health, but it is 100% certainty that we will have guys injured at some point, and we'll hope that we continue to be able to game plan around it, this game included. So it's going to be interesting to see how these injuries impact this game.
No doubt. It's a shame, man. The Ravens are already dealing with them at some key positions, but I guess the good news is they're getting likely back, and I know that's going to be welcome to the offense.
And knock on wood, obviously Lamar's not on here, Derek's not on here, and none of our offensive line is on here.
Good point. Even though some might wish that some of our offensive line was on here. But look, not any real Ravens fans. Am I right, guys? But yeah, let's take a peek at what we're dealing with here with the Lions. We always start by talking about the Ravens offense against the opposing defense. So let's talk about this Lions offense. Now it's kind of a tale of two games here with Detroit, as they got off to a very slow start, but maybe played what some are saying is the best team in football in the Green Bay Packers in week 1, and played what a lot of people are saying is the best defense. That Packers defense has been absolutely phenomenal. They're really good, and they looked it against the Lions week 1. As you can see there, Green Bay wins 27-13. Jordan Love 16-22, 2 touchdowns, absolutely lit them up. Let's see here. Let's continue to. Josh Jacobs didn't have a ton of success per carry, but they were able to sustain enough third downs to where he ended up with 19 carries, 66 yards, and a tutty. Spread the ball around, as you can see, a bunch of different pass catchers. I mean, a ridiculous amount of pass catchers all over the place for them. So they were able to move the ball. They were incredibly efficient. Jordan Love, 2 touchdowns, no picks, right? Then you look at their next week's game as we quickly look at that, share a different tab here. Yeah, that's right. I did that, Jimbo, without any help. As you can see here, the Bears still, even though they got absolutely destroyed 52-21, Caleb Williams still 19 of 30, only 207, but 2 touchdowns, did have the 1 pick, had a 91.9 quarterback rating. DeAndre Swift averaged 5.3 a carry on 12 carries with a touchdown. Rome Odunze absolutely had his coming out party, 7 catches, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns, went absolutely crazy. So definitely a tale of 2 games. First game where they certainly struggled to move the ball, and then in the next when they obviously did not. So let's see here. Jimbo, when you look at this offense, this offensive matchup for the Ravens going up against their defense, what kind of stands out to you about this Lions team?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, tale of 2 games, but the thing about the Packers that I think the Ravens and the Packers have in common is the commitment to the run game. I think I'm objectively we're better than them, but obviously subjectively, but the commitment and the philosophical commitment to the run game. And Josh, does he have the most carries so far in the first 2 weeks? Got to be up there. It's just ridiculous. Not that his stats are crazy, right? Like his yards per carry, but he's just getting the ball a ton.
Yeah.
And I think that is going to be the key here. So my matchup is, of course, their defense giving up 4.2 a carry. I think Derrick Henry has a bounce back game here. That's the matchup I'm looking at. Can Derrick get back on track? We're at home. He's going to be in the all black. Are we going to see Derrick Henry smiling on the big board, running down the sideline? That's the matchup I'm looking at.
Yeah, and I think that's a good one. I think the Ravens should look to get back on track with their run game. Obviously, had a terrible week last week after coming off a fantastic week 1, and I think the thing when I look about their Lions defense, it's interesting. I think they don't get to the quarterback as quickly and as well as I thought they would when you have a stud like Aiden Hutchinson. Now Aiden's coming off of a broken leg, so he's not quite himself, but he's still out there. He's still productive. Had a sack last week, But outside of him, I don't think they have a ton of like pass rushers that really kind of scare you. I mean, DJ Reader, we know him. He was with Cincinnati for a while, and then before then, I think he was with the Texans. We remember him. He's a run stuffer, but he's not gonna threaten your quarterback. And we talked about the injury opposite to Marcus Davenport. He hasn't practiced, and I mean he's an okay player, but he doesn't terrify you. So I think that they rely a lot on blitzing to get to your quarterback, which good luck with that if that's it. I mean, you obviously have to have some pretty special coverage to be able to blitz Lamar Jackson and get away with it. And so I think they're gonna. I mean, just look what I just pointed out. I mean, Caleb Williams. What do you think about Caleb Williams as a quarterback, Jimbo? Do you think he's very good?
No, I mean, you know me.
Yeah. So, and he had a pretty good day. Rome Odunze went over 140 against these guys.
Yeah.
Again, Jordan Love, 16 of 22. Yeah. You know, he had a 128 quarterback rating. So I think they're gonna be able to move the ball against this defense, Jimbo. I mean. Is there
any team in the league that would rather have Jordan Love and Caleb Williams both on the roster instead of Lamar Jackson?
No.
It's going to be a tough day in the office for the Detroit Lions, man.
Yeah, I don't think their corners are great, although they have a lot of names. Like they have Terrion Arnold. I mean, they have, let's see. I mean, Brian Branch is a hell of a safety. There's no doubt. We talked about him when he was coming out. Like we've liked him since day one. And he looks, I mean, he's kind of like their Kyle Hamilton. He'll play nickel for him. He'll be up around the line of scrimmage. He can hit you. He's got good instincts. We talked about Kirby Joseph and he's got a reputation, folks, for taking knees out, head hunting. Watch out for him. Their linebackers, Jack Campbell, their leading linebacker as far as tackling. He's an athlete. Alex Anzalone, I like him. He's fun to watch. He's got the locks hanging out the back of the helmet. He's everywhere. I think he broke his arm last year, which really hurt their defense. They got good players, but I don't think they're very good in coverage, and I don't think they affect the passer very well. So that's not a good combination when you're playing the Ravens. So in my opinion, when I look at the matchups, let's see here. I didn't even write one down. Nice. I didn't write a key matchup down on our doc. That's how I just go off the top. But I do think that I look for, I wonder how they're going to guard Zay, because I look at what Rome did last week and I go, is this Bateman's coming out party? Like, are they going to sell out to try and stop Zay? Kind of like maybe they're more worried about DJ Moore last week, and that's how Rome got off. But I do think the middle of the field is where we'll be attacking. And so my wild, what do we call it? What do we call it here, Jimbo? All right. My X factor player is Mark Andrews. You go. He's going to get back in the end zone. He's going to get back in the statistical columns that we're used to seeing him, catches, yards, getting in the end zone. And I think Likely's return will help open some things up for him. And so, yeah, I think we have a pretty good offensive matchup. Jimbo, these are the perfect guys you want to play against our crappy guards. Both our crappy guards shouldn't really struggle because these guys are not quick. They're not athletic. They're not going to they're not like the Browns where they got a bunch of dudes who can just juke the hell out of you. They have a bunch of big guys. So I think this is a perfect matchup for the Ravens offense, in my opinion, even though they're good and they got good players. Yeah,
no, I agree with you there. I think that this is going to be a real momentum game for the Ravens. Where did I write this down? I mean, the other thing too is that I see as an opportunity for the Ravens is Tez talked about this last night, general lack of familiarity. I mean, if you think of, when we played them last, did we have Zay?
No, I don't think we had Zay.
So no Zay, no Hop, no D-Hop, no Tez, Tylen.
No King Henry.
Right, no Henry. Lamar's a different player. Was
we
that
had Gus running all over
under Roman, or was that Monken's first year?
It might have been Monken's first.
I think it was
year.
Okay,
I don't know.
Or was it Roman's last year? Either way, we had Rock Ya-Sin. What year did we have Rock Ya-Sin? Was that Monken?
I think that might. I think it was Monken's first year.
Yeah, so. But either way, I think there's going to be a real issue with general unfamiliarity here, specifically speaking to the offense.
Well, you don't think that the Lions signing Malik Cunningham and putting him as their scout team quarterback to mimic everything and be Lamar Jackson? You don't think that's enough?
Right. No, if he were Lamar Jackson, he wouldn't be fighting for a fringe job playing wide receiver.
That's
Sorry,
true, but
Malik.
he might be the best that they could have possibly gotten to pretend to be him. I mean, he
I
spent
guess.
all offseason with him, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, all training camp with, I don't know. But I do think that
It's
was
just
a
Lamar with his
strategic
shoes
move.
on the wrong feet.
No, his shoes tied together.
Shoes tied to get untied on the wrong feet. How about that? See him just coming off.
But that was that. I want to see. I'll be watching the transactions lines. I'll be seeing if Malik Cunningham is a free agent Tuesday. Okay,
Yep,
I'll be
Tuesday.
watching. I'll be
My
watching.
God.
I better not see that.
Yeah,
That'd be a dirtbag move. I'll tell you that.
yeah, it'll happen, especially if we win. When we win, I should say. All right, let's flip this thing over, Glenn. Let's talk about you. I mean, you mentioned it. Really, it's a tale of 2 games for the Lions. But when we talk about their offense versus our defense, there's some things. I'm gonna get right to this. I know that you'll potentially review some stats, but I was reading some things up, and if I understand correctly, of course we know who St. Brown is as a receiver. He's really good, really versatile. Reminds me a lot of Steve Smith, mostly because he's built about the same, and I feel like they attack the ball in a similar fashion. Mm-hmm. Not really same personality-wise, I don't think. I think St. Brown is a little more low-key than Steve, but just a little. Yeah. But they line him up a lot of places. I've read in different spots, anywhere from 50 to 65 is the number I've read as far as him lining up in the slot percentage-wise.
Yep.
And so that's, to me, really fun for Marlon. Mm-hmm. This is exciting. This is different. This is one of the rare opportunities where I think, not rare. This is one of the interesting opportunities where Marlon is really going to be able to use his strength, in my opinion. His strength and his size here. Not that St. Brown isn't strong, right? But certainly I think there's other situations where Marlon has to use other parts of his game to do well. But that matchup, to me, is one to watch all night in the defensive game. So I'm excited about it. Therefore, I kind of jumped ahead, but really excited about that coming up.
You called it right. I mean, I think that is the matchup I think most people are looking for. They do move Amon-Ra around, but I think the scariest spot he is in the in the slot. So yeah, I look for. I'm hoping Marlon's fully healthy because I see he's dealing with a groin. Yeah, and I want this dude to be at full strength because he's just one piece of a very talented offense. I mean, even in week 1, when a game where they only put up 13 points, Jared Goff is always efficient. He's very efficient, man. He is super efficient. Now he has zero mobility, much like he has the mobility of Joe Flacco of last week, so that's going to help. They have a 2-headed monster, David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Obviously, Montgomery's more of the hammer. Lightning is Jahmyr Gibbs. They're going to try and get him the ball in space. They're going to let Montgomery run between the tackles. Laporta, one of the best tight ends in football. Amon-Ra, one of the best receivers in football. Jamison Williams, the speedster, maybe top 3 fastest people in the league. And then Tesla. All Tesla does, he's like DeAndre Hopkins, Jimbo, but as a rookie. He comes in, he runs a corner route, he catches a ridiculous one-handed touchdown, then goes back to the bench. And he did it in both games, Jimbo. He did it in both games. He's got 1 catch in each game, and they're both ridiculous, like highlight reels. So, as you can see here in the second game where they put up 52 points, I mean, Jared Goff, 5 touchdowns, no picks, was not sacked at all. I mean, you got to move to get this guy to move. 23 out of 28. You got to move him off his spot. And then there you go, the 2-headed monster. Gibbs gets 12 carries, 7.8 per carry with a touchdown. Montgomery gets 11, 5.2 a carry with a touchdown. I mean, maybe the truest 2-headed monster in football right now. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find another one better. Amon-Ra, look at him, bounce back. 9 catches, 115 yards, 3 touchdowns, Jimbo, and 11 targets. Jamison Williams, 2 catches, 54-yard average with a touchdown. He had a 64-yard touchdown. And then there's Tesla, 1 catch. Just 1, but it was a 21-yarder and a 29-yarder. He only had 1 target. And then Sam Laporta, 3 for 26. They're a tough bunch of guys, man. They have really good offensive players all over the place. But the good thing is, Jimbo, I got good news. Their weak spot is their offensive line. Okay. Now they got some pretty decent tackles, certainly on the right side. Oh my goodness. Penei Sewell, one of the best right tackles in football. And super strong, nasty, everything you want. Decker is an okay left tackle, but their interior guys, they got the new guy Glass now. I'm blanking on I don't have their roster right in front of me as far as their linemen, but that's where they're weak. But Jimbo, we're probably not gonna have Nnamdi Madubuike. So Jimbo, how do they take advantage of that? I think that's the weak spot. I mean, it's hard to say.
I don't know if you meant to set me up on purpose here.
Jimbo, come on now. We've been doing this a long time.
You may have. But my X factor this game is Teddy Buchanan, because I think that he is the one that is going to shoot the gap. He's the one that's going to be sent to hunt. He's going to apply the interior pressure. I think he gets a sack this game.
Okay.
And in addition to that, I think he has a tackle for loss. But I think he is going to be the one that's doing the PQ, A-gap stuff. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I think he's going to have a big game this game. So I think that's how we take advantage of it. We'll have to produce a bit more dialed up pass rush. But outside of that, I think that's going to be really exciting to watch. I think, keep an eye on Mike. Keep an eye on Mike Green, of course, because he's going to keep progressing every single game. He's going to keep getting better, keep being more confident. And we're expecting a lot from him. So I expect these jumps to be significant every game right now.
Yeah, and they're going to have to be, because Kyle Van Noy was a good football player. He just was. And taking him off the field, man, it's going to make Mike Green have to grow up awfully quick. Same with Tavius Robinson to some degree, and David Ajabo. I mean, man, will we get something out of him? But Christian Mahogany's their left guard. I got their roster now in front of me. Christian Mahogany's their left guard. Glasgow is their center.
Yeah.
And Tate Ratledge, who both Mahogany and Ratledge we talked about a ton in the draft process leading up to this. So we know these are big guys, but they're not very athletic. They're not very quick-footed. And so I don't think those guys can get to the linebackers. Like you said, I think you called it right. Teddy, I think, is going to have a big game tackle-wise. And Roquan, if he played like he did last week, he might put on another show, win another defensive player of the week like he did last week. And by the way, as he was talking about that, all he was doing was heaping praise on Teddy and talking about how Eric DeCosta found another steal late in the draft with Teddy Buchanan. So I think those guys will absolutely impact, because I don't think those interior guys can get to him and block them. I don't think they're going to be able to move our D tackles, and that's who my matchup is Travis Jones, and let's see what Fub's got. Let's see what Aeneas Peebles has got against these interior offensive linemen. He gets the ball out pretty quick, Jimbo, so it's not going to be easy to get him on the ground, but if you can at least disrupt him, get him out of rhythm. He's a rhythm guy. He's a lot like Joe. He's just younger. He just no mobility, wants to stay in rhythm. Likes to take play action, deep shots on first down, especially out of a heavy package in front of him. All this shit we said last week about Joe, it's a lot of similarities in a lot of those ways. And
I hate to break it to Jared Goff, Joe Flacco's beating him in a foot race.
Well, definitely at even age, definitely. You talking right now?
Right now, straight line, Joe's got him beat. Jared Goff can't move, dude. His feet are in 2 buckets of cement.
It does look like it. It really, and when he that pocket gets pushed from the interior, he starts looking for the back door, and he can't get out it. He cannot get out of it.
Remember Broncos Peyton Manning?
Yeah.
You just fall, or Peyton trying to move around. Just obviously it's not Peyton Manning, but the point is the mobility.
Yeah.
It's whoa.
Yeah, Peyton Manning just sit right down. He just sit right down. He said, okay, you got me. You got me. I'm dead. But yeah, so I really like the interior. I think that's where we can get the edge. But man, you called it earlier. I want to see this secondary against this group of pass catchers, because Tesla can get it done in small packages. Jameis Williams will run right by you. So you better have, this is going to test. We run a lot. When we run man, Jimbo, they never run cover 2. It's always, they put a lot of faith in our rookie Malachi Starks. They put him in the center field. They say, you got deep. It's on you. This week, it'd be interesting to see if they maybe add another safety back there. A lot of this can be the health of the outside. Is Jair healthy? Is he playing? What's the health situation with Marlon? Can he run? And same with Wiggins, who did return, but in limited fashion today. So he might be banged up. But man, that's secondary against that pass catching group. It's going to be fun to watch. Yeah,
I agree. It's going to be a lot of fun. Man, I can't wait to get to this game, Glenn. Woo! Let's go. You talked about any other matchups or any concerns you have going against those? It's funny. I feel like some previous shows we talk a lot about our concerns. Others we don't. Generally, when the NFC games, we tend not to. Now, but we should also, and you said it. They're a good football team, right? For a reason. I think the problem here is just the matchup for them. I think it's a real issue. I just don't think it's a good fight for them. But anything that really concerns you is keeping you up late at night on Sunday night as we're getting close to this game.
Well, I mean, they got to tackle well. We can't let Gibbs they're going to try and get Gibbs in space, and if we don't tackle him well, yeah, he could turn a small catch into a big play. And the same really can be said with Amon-Ra. Remember in that first game we played against them a couple years ago, dude, he had like 13 catches, but they were all at the line of scrimmage, and we tackled his ass in the dirt, and he had like 100 yards on 13 catches. So they like to get their guys the ball, and if you don't tackle them, it's going to be a long afternoon. We're going to be seeing guys running for long plays. So tackling's got to be good. It was, I think, last week, but it wasn't great in the first week, obviously, with who is that? Cook taking that short one and turning into a 50-yard gain that ended up changing the game. I think tackling's got to be excellent.
That's a great point because I could break it, dude.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And they got a bunch of dudes that are good with the ball in their hands. Bunch of them.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good point. Now I'm starting a little nervous, but you're right. Got to tackle in space. Of course, we got to, guys that can do it. But if we're up by double digits, a touchdown or 10 something, and we don't want to see things breaking down late in that game, a missed tackle here, a missed tackle there. So certainly that's an excellent point there. And I think a key to this defensive victory. Are we already on our over-unders?
Dude,
let's go.
We are, dude.
That's what happens when you get a take two.
We're about to hear Duel of Sincere, dude. About to hear it. Yeah, yeah, take two. By the way, folks, we thought we were live for 3 minutes, and we were just talking into a recording. And yeah, so I think that's going to be on some of the behind-the-scenes stuff you get as a member. So yeah, be on the lookout for some of that. So.
Oh my gosh,
that was like, wait a minute, no one's watching. Dang.
Yeah, that was one of our funniest moments for sure.
Yeah,
but about to get even funnier because I'm gonna demolish you guys in this over-under competition. What's up?
Can we get a recap, by the way, on the scores?
Hit it, DK.
To my on the bad fly, trying to let they cast stock, homie, let them know you here. All my ladies that be mad high, get me off like mad lie. Shorty, let me get this clear. Okay, Baltimore the backdrop, rep it like a mascot. I'ma let them know we here. All my ladies.
Dude, did we go over last week's results?
I knew you weren't gonna let that go. I don't know if we ever did. I didn't enter.
I didn't even see it.
Who won, DK or Glenn? Who? Wait, what does that say?
I can't tell.
Oh, yeah. Wait, so DK won. You both got 1 out of 4.
And what'd you get?
0. I didn't submit because I had my car issues. And I just forgot about it.
Submitted? Oh,
dude, I forgot.
Goodness.
I just bailed.
Dang.
Yeah, I know. Well, this is what happens when you're running up and down Ricetown Road with a hands full of coolant.
All right, so me and DK are now tied with 1 win.
That's all right. This week, it's over, baby. Let's do this, DK.
We'll see. Let's.
All of us got to turn it around. We suck right now.
Yeah, this has been bad. I think even my win, I think it was 2 out of 4. So yeah, this has not been pretty. But this is where it changes, guys. Make sure you guys participate as well. Wait for the live to be over. Put your comments down below and your answers, or you can submit them via direct message in any of the social medias that we have. But let's get into it. Offense, week 3, over under. What do we got? We have DeAndre Hopkins receiving touchdowns, 0.5. Jimbo, I feel like this is something DK could put up now every week, and this would be a decision we'd have to sit here and make because we know this guy's going to be in the game in the red zone, and we know now that Lamar trusts him like crazy. So over under 0.5 touchdowns.
Yeah, unfortunately, and I know you're going to rag me for this one, but I am going with over or under here, based on the fact that there's one football, and this could be a single game where DeAndre Hopkins just simply doesn't get a ball thrown his way, which if he doesn't get it thrown his way, he's not going to touchdown based on his current statistics. Most of his catches are in the end zone.
Well, what about hold on. What if DK scores a touchdown?
Oh, well, he didn't score one last week.
No, he did.
He did score last week? I thought last week he didn't.
No, he did last week.
Anyway, well, we got plenty of time, but you can
All
still have
right,
a good
all right,
game, like
all
DK
right.
mentioned, and not get in the end zone. But yeah, I think this week
Look,
it's just a numbers game.
he's getting a touchdown. There's no doubt about it. They're going to try and they're going to sleep on him again, Jimbo. They're going to think we can single cover this guy. They're going to think it, and they're going to get taught a lesson that he comes in for 15 to 20 snaps a game. They're all in the red zone or on third down, and he gets the ball thrown his way anytime Lamar sees one-on-one. So I think he gets one opportunity, and that's all he needs. He'll make the most of it. I say over, and so does DK. Okay, have a little faith in your team, Jimbo. Next one here, Mark Andrews and Rashad Bateman. Combined receptions, he sets it at 4.5. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm going with, let me double check, make sure I'm not losing my mind here. I'm going with over, right? Partially because I think Andrews is going to have a bit of a bounce back game. He's just, based on the numbers, got to get more than what he's getting. And Rashad, I think that Rashad will steadily get more and more. They have a lot of trust there, and I think it's just been some timing with them early on in the season, and I see him doing better.
I agree for both of those. I think both those guys have decent games. I think they get 8 catches combined between the two of them. That's what I'm calling 8 catches. So I say over. DK, this is where he gets us. He says under. I know what he's up to. Can't trust him. You got to keep old one eye open around DK. That's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive, we are over under here. Mike Green and Odafe Owe, 1.5 sacks. Man, I think you're making it easy on us putting it 1.5. I think you could have put it at 0.5, and it would have been more challenging.
Or 1, I think flat. I say under as well because I think Mike Green gets 1, Odafe gets exactly none.
You know, he has our best win rate as a pass rusher.
Good for him. If you give me another statistical reason to justify why he's a good football player, I'm going to lose my mind. You know what? He's like one of those like guys in the NBA that like, oh, but he'll give you 8 and 7, right? 8.7 rebounds and 5 assists, and somehow he keeps getting 3-year, $90 million deals. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. Those are glue guys.
Hey,
you know, you need those guys.
Draymond without a team around him type situation.
Oh man, yeah, that's not pretty.
Yeah,
that's not pretty.
So I'm going under. You
okay?
Went under.
Yeah, I'm going under. I'm going under.
DK
not mainly, and I wouldn't even say it's mainly because of those guys. I'd say mainly because it's just tough to get to Jared Goff. You don't sack him very often because he gets the ball out quick. So I say on, and we're beat up. So I say under. DK says over though. Wow, man, shocker here, DK. All right. I hope you're right. I hope DK's right. I hope we see both those guys.
Yeah.
Active out there. Next one we have is Roquan Smith, total tackles. I'm regretting my choice here, Jimbo. Can I change it right now?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to change it. I'm going to say over 11.5. I think he gets over because they like to get the ball out in short scenarios. And so I think he's going to have the opportunity to get out there and make a lot of tackles. So I say over. What do you think?
Man, I just feel like 11.5 is so many, even for Roquan. I'm going with under.
And you also said Eddie would have a big game, so he'll steal a couple.
Yeah, and who knows how we'll try to control the pace of this game, right? Like to get 11.5 tackles, you have to assume that offense is out there for a decent amount of time. They're getting snaps. Now we could get way ahead, and of course, they get desperate and things like that. But I don't know. There could be an opportunity for us to control the clock a little bit in this game, which could limit their snaps in general.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough. He doesn't have to have 11.5 tackles for us to beat them. Okay.
No, for sure.
No worries. All right. Well, in case
that was a tough one, though, I have to say.
Yeah, that was a good spot to put it, 11.5. In case we have a tie, we do have a series of tiebreakers to break those ties. And the first of which is the score over under, the total combined score between the two teams. DK sets it at 53.5. I'm going to say under, and I'm going to say under because I think it's much like that first matchup, Jimbo. I don't think they're going to put up their end of the bargain here, and so I think the Ravens win. And I think they put up 30, and I think the Lions are only able to muster 17. I think their total score will be 47 under the total. What do you think?
So I'm going over. I'm going 38-27. DK, check my math. Is my math right? Oh my gosh, my math is wrong. No, my math is right here.
You're way over.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, 38-27. I'm going to Ravens dub. I think that they just get 10 trash points, right? Like a tutty when it's already kind of a decided game and then, or if whatever. I just think that they're going to end up with some points. This is the NFL today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then they can score quick. They got the weapons, no doubt.
Right.
DK says over. So he agrees with you, Jimbo. All right, second tiebreaker. Total yards for the Ravens. Closest to the pin is the challenge. I'm going to say 350. I think that's a pretty good offensive output. I do think that the Lions will do enough to hold the ball to some degree to where the Ravens don't have a ton of time with the ball. And so for that reason, I say 350, but I think that's a good game. What do you think?
All right. I'm going with 400.
400.
Because that's just what we do. Like, I don't.
That's true. I might be underselling this here. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, DK's right in the middle, 385. So he has the least chances, I think, of getting this correct. But he could ultimately be right on that sweet spot. So we'll have to wait and see. But, guys, don't forget to make sure you put in your submissions so we can let you guys know who the fan winner is. We already know who the in-show winner is going to be for the season. That's going to be me. But it could be somebody different this week. I mean, it's possible.
This guy. I'm so looking forward to it, winning this one. Ravens O's says, I hate that that this is a Monday game before Kansas City next week.
It's a good point.
Yeah. I mean,
especially against a road game in Kansas City.
Yeah, we'll be okay. We're
Kansas
young.
City doesn't have the scariest team. I'll tell you that.
No.
So we'll see.
No.
They do have a pretty good home field advantage, but I get your point, Ravens O's Nation. I
Yeah.
certainly get your point. Short week, going on the road to maybe the toughest environment. Yeah, not easy, not very kind by the schedule makers. For sure.
No. But ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're here with us right after the Monday night game. Nonetheless, as late as it is, we will be here talking about the Ravens, putting their beat down on the Detroit Lions. Make sure, like Glenn said, participate in the over-under. Join us after the game. And that's it for us tonight, folks. Enjoy your weekend. Talk to you soon.
See you.